Hey, what is up guys? How's it going? My name of course is Womp, and today I will be telling you what I believe are the top 5 best low budget gaming monitors. Remember that these are the top 5 best in my opinion, so your opinion may be a little different. Also, keep in mind that no one's paying me to say any of the things that I'm saying in this video. Everything I say is based on my opinion and on factual information. Anyway, before we go over these monitors, let me tell you what I was looking for in terms of technical specs. A good gaming monitor needs to have a low response time, a high contrast ratio, and a high refresh rate. Generally, when looking for a gaming monitor, you want it to have a 1 millisecond response time, which is the lowest possible response time. But if you aren't able to get one with a 1 millisecond response time, for whatever reason, I would recommend getting a monitor with a response time no more than 5 milliseconds. Also, you want a high contrast ratio so the colors are more in depth and stand out more. Finally, you want a high refresh rate so the image on your screen is updated more often, thus giving your games a more clear and fluent feeling. Obviously, since these are low budget monitors, they have to be under $200. I know that these prices may seem a little expensive, and you may not consider these monitors to be low budget, but keep in mind, these are gaming specific monitors. You can get a monitor for a lot less and use it for ordinary internet use, but if you want to get a good monitor for gaming, this is about as cheap as it gets. Also, I tried to keep the monitor size at around 24 inches because it makes it easier to compare the prices and tell how specs affect the prices of each monitor rather than how the size affects the price. And also, I prefer a 24-inch monitor. It's not too small, it's not too big, it's the perfect size for me. Anyway, without further delay, let's get into these top 5 monitors. At number 5, we have the LG 24M45VQ. The price is $170. It's an LED monitor. It has a 1920 by 1080 resolution, so that means it's 1080p HD. The size is 23.6 inches. It has a 2 millisecond response time. It has a static contrast ratio of 1000 to 1. For some reason, I could only find the static contrast ratio for this monitor, but for the rest of the video, when I mention contrast ratio, I'm talking about dynamic contrast ratio. This monitor also has a refresh rate of 60 Hz. Its inputs and outputs are, it has one HDMI port, one headphone jack, one DVI, one VGA, and a DC input for power. Overall, this is just a great basic monitor with a great price. At number 4, we have the ViewSonic VX245MHM. The price is $180. It's an LCD monitor. It has a 1920 by 1080 resolution. The size is 23.6 inches. The response time is 2 milliseconds. The contrast ratio is 50 million to 1. The refresh rate is 60 Hz. And it has one HDMI port, one headphone jack, one DVI, one VGA, and one AC input for power. For other technical specs, this monitor has an anti-glare screen. I'm pretty sure most of the monitors in this list have an anti-glare screen, but this one is the only one that says it in its description for some reason. But anyway, this monitor also has a built-in speaker, and it has a proprietary game mode which provides enhanced visibility and detail in dark scenes for the ultimate gaming experience. This is also a great entry-level gaming monitor. The only real difference from this one and the first one is the fact that this monitor is LCD, not LED like the first one, and the fact that this one has integrated speakers and a gaming mode. The gaming mode is something that I think is a big plus. This monitor is $10 more than the first one, but I think it's worth it because of the speakers in the gaming mode. At number 3, we have the BenQ RL2455HM. It's $190. It's an LED monitor, has a 1920 by 1080 resolution. The size is 24 inches. The response time is 1 millisecond. The contrast ratio is 12 million to 1. The refresh rate is 60 Hz. And it has 2 HDMI ports, one headphone jack, one DVI, one VGA, and a VAC input for power. And something different about this monitor is there's also an audio input. This monitor is geared more towards first-person shooter console gaming, So it's mainly for games like Call of Duty. If you're someone who wants to become the best Call of Duty player, I definitely recommend going with a BenQ monitor because most of their monitors are geared towards FPS console gaming. This is why BenQ monitors are always used at MLG Call of Duty events. Now, I know that some of you may not be so happy with the 12 million to 1 contrast ratio, but since this is designed for console and not PC, anything above that is pretty much unnecessary. Yeah, but anyway, I would really only recommend this monitor for console gamers. If you're a PC gamer, I'd highly recommend one of the next two monitors. And with that, number 2 on this list is the Asus VX2AHP. The price is $190. It's an LED monitor. It has a 1920 by 1080 resolution. It's 24 inches, it has a 1 millisecond response time, has a 50 million to 1 contrast ratio, has a refresh rate of 60 Hz, has one HDMI port, one headphone jack, one DVI, one VGA, and one VAC input for power. This is one of the most popular monitors on the market right now, as it has amazing specs and it's a great price. This monitor will deliver a stunning picture and great performance for both console and PC. This monitor is just absolutely amazing and was number 1 on my list until I found this next monitor. So, the number 1 best low budget gaming monitor is the Asus VX2AHP. The price is $200. It's an LCD monitor, has a 1920 by 1080 resolution. It's 24 inches, it has a response time of 1 millisecond, has a contrast ratio of 80 million to 1, the refresh rate is 60 Hz, has 2 HDMI ports, 1 headphone jack, 1 DVI, 1 VGA, and a DC input for power. For the price range, this monitor is the best of the best. I know that it's the most expensive on this list, but it's also the best performing, and the main difference between this monitor and the rest of them is its super high contrast ratio. This gives it the sharpest image of all the monitors on this list. Now, I know you think the video's over, but I actually decided to include an extra monitor in this video, a bonus monitor if you will. I really wanted to include this next monitor in this top 5 list, but it was just a little bit too far out of the price range. But if you're looking to buy the best possible gaming monitor for your money and you don't want to spend too much, the best monitor you can buy is the Acer GN246HL. The price is $250. It's an LED monitor. For some reason, the title of this monitor on Newegg says it's LCD, but if you look at the box, if you look in the description on Newegg, and if you look at the Acer website, it says it's LED. So that was confusing, but this is an LED monitor. The resolution is 1920 by 1080. The size is 24 inches. It has a 1 millisecond response time. Now listen to this. It has a 100 million to 1 contrast ratio. What? You thought that was crazy? It also has a 144 Hz refresh rate. Also, it has one HDMI port, one headphone jack, one DVI, one VGA, and a DC input for power. Another great thing about this monitor is it is 3D ready. Also, it has an anti-glare screen. Now, I have this monitor, so I can speak from experience. I absolutely love this monitor. For just $50 more than the number 1 monitor on this list, you get a monitor with an insane refresh rate and contrast ratio, and it is also 3D ready. For the price, it literally does not get any better than this. Well, that's the end of the countdown, guys. I'm not an expert on all these monitors, so there may be a few things that I accidentally left out here or there. If there's something I missed, please let me know in the comment section. And if you want to read more about these monitors or even buy one, links to them will be in the description. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was what you're looking for. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, suggestions, anything like that, please leave it in the comment section below. Again guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
dropping bass like a motherfucking atom bomb.